Hi, this is Klaus Blass from OEC. I'm going to give you an introduction to ffTOP, our free-form tailored optics package. The objective of ffTOP is to let you design a free-form optical surface, either a reflector or a lens, for a given illumination task. An illumination task defines a light source, a target area to be illuminated, and some constraints on the optical surface, such as its position, its type, and a boundary. ffTOP will then calculate an optic which solves this task. In other words, which distributes light from the source on the target with a desired distribution. So, let's have a closer look at the GUI to see how we go about defining and solving such an illumination task. First, we have to specify the task. The task tree view here gives us access to each aspect we have to define. Each leaf in the tree brings us to a tab for the parameters for this particular part. You can choose the units you want to use here and give your project a title. When you're done, apply your changes. If a tab has all the parameters it requires, it will show a green check mark in the task tree. Now, other things we have to define are the source, in particular the source position and its alignment, the type of optic. In this example, we choose a reflector, a boundary for the optic. Let's take a cylindrical boundary here. And finally, we define the target, a surface specified by a grid of points, and the target irradiance, in other words, the distribution of light we want on the target. For this introduction, we will cut things short and load all these parameters from a previously saved task file. As you can see in the task tree, all parameter tabs are completely defined, as shown by the green check marks. In addition, source, target, and boundary are shown in the 3D view. You can also notice that ffTOP, based on your task definition, is now able to calculate the total power of the source and the target, and thus can show you the optical efficiency you're trying to achieve. For a more complete evaluation of your task specification, you can display an expertise for the task. Now we're all set to calculate our reflector. So let's have a look at the calculation controls. There are three buttons: a start, stop, and resume button, and there are two selection lists, one for the desired resolution of the optical surface and one showing previously calculated solutions which we don't have so far. Right now only the start button is enabled, with the requested resolution of the optical surface set to 16 by 16. Okay, let's start calculation. Now that was really fast. You can see that at this resolution the surface is still rather coarse. So let's refine our results. Either to the next better resolution, which is automatically pre-selected, or you can choose an even higher one and resume the calculation based on the selected existing solution. You can watch the progress of the calculation here, and if you hover over the progress bar, you can see the currently calculated resolution and the current residual. At any time you can interrupt the calculation by pressing the stop button. Okay, we're done. Each solution is used as the starting point for calculating the next better solution. As a matter of fact, all solutions are kept, and you can examine them or pick them as starting point for further calculations. If you want to examine a solution, a wireframe representation can reveal more detail. The graphics toolbar includes this option. If you now cycle through your solutions, you can clearly see the difference between the different resolutions. Once we are satisfied with our solution, we can export it as a file in the step format, which can be used by other programs, such as a ray tracer, to further process the result. The step file also serves as input to the manufacturing process. Finally, before you finish, you can save your task as an FF file so that you can resume your work in a later session. If you want to probe a little deeper into the things you can do in ffTOP, I recommend looking at the demo tasks which are available from the File menu, which demonstrate various options for your task parameters. Now this concludes our introduction to ffTOP. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and thank you for your attention.